Hello, my name is Kellijett Murphrey, and I'm going to be presenting on lifeguarding, the process behind becoming one. The whistle blows, splash, and everyone looks to that part of the pool. A lifeguard just jumped in to help a kid that was struggling to continue to swim in the pool. However, jumping in isn't as simple as it looks. A lot of training goes into becoming a lifeguard that is prepared to recognize someone struggling in the pool and to be able to help. Almost everyone loves to use the pool when it is hot outside. But one of the main reasons we are able to use the pool safely is because of the lifeguards that keep the pool safe. Knowing more about your lifeguards will make your visit at the pool even more interesting. Lifeguarding is an important profession that keeps swimming pools safe and fun to use. I am a certified Red Cross lifeguard. Having the experience of serving as a lifeguard allows me to explain this topic. I have also researched the literature for the important skills lifeguards are required to have and why they are important. Throughout my speech, I will share some of these quotes and statements from these research articles. In this speech, I will discuss three main points. First, I will describe the prerequisites required to qualify for lifeguard training. Second, I will discuss what is covered in the Red Cross lifeguard certification training. And third, I will give examples and elaborate on how these skills are applied by certified lifeguards. There are many prerequisites to becoming a lifeguard. To become a Red Cross certified lifeguard, the first prerequisite is being 15 years old. You also must complete a physical fitness test prerequisite. This test has three components. The first is swimming 300 yards using specific strokes. Second is tread water for 2 minutes with only the use of your legs. And third, the lifeguard candidate must be able to complete a series of events within the time limit of 1 minute and 40 seconds. Once these prerequisites have been met, the lifeguard certification training begins. The Red Cross lifeguard training certification process involves learning extensive safety and emergency skills and knowledge focused on prevention, rescue, and medical assistance. It is important to mention that the research says, unlike other health professionals, for lifeguards, 99% of the actions are focused on prevention and rescue, and only 1% belong to medical assistance. However, lifeguards have to be prepared for when this 1% of critical intervention occurs, in which decision-making is essential. This quote explains why it is so important for lifeguards to have extensive training. As soon as a lifeguard candidate passes the prerequisites, they are given access to an online course. They are required to complete this course before the in-person training starts. The online course will cover the water and land rescue skills, some of the first aid for injuries, spinal injury management, swimmer and facility surveillance, and CPR, AED, and emergency care training. The first in-person training is first aid administration. First aid training covers how to stop bleeding, treat scrapes and burns and puncture wounds, and teaches about bloodborne pathogens. It also teaches how to identify sudden illnesses, such as diabetic emergencies, shock, or stroke, and medical emergencies, such as heat stroke or frostbite or hypothermia. Then the water rescues are covered. This training teaches how to use the rescue equipment, the appropriate way to enter the water depending on the water depth, ways to approach distressed swimmers, escape strategies so the lifeguard can protect themselves while rescuing someone, ways to remove someone from the water, and then the assist and rescue techniques. The rescue techniques cover how to rescue active and passive drowning victims, surface level and submerged victims, spinal injuries, and more. One of the most important skills developed is observing the pool deck in a systematic way. A lifeguard must be able to detect and respond to changes in the pool environment immediately. Schaefer tells us that usually the first place a lifeguard will notice these changes is in their peripheral vision. The two most common scanning techniques for maximum effective lifeguard vigilance is side-to-side, scanning from the left to the right side of the pool, or top-to-bottom technique, scanning from the top of the pool to the bottom. CPR, oxygen, and AED administration is also required and important to be able to assist in these emergency situations. A study says delivering quality CPR is critical for the survival of an individual. The prominent parameter of quality CPR is the proper delivery of chest compressions and ventilation. Another study showed that after having CPR training, participants had an increased confidence in being able to help others after the CPR training and were more likely to provide assistance. After all in-person training is completed, a written and skills test must be passed. The written test covers the common signs of drowning victims, strategies to prevent injuries, and the skills to respond quickly and confidently to emergencies. While the skills test involves demonstrating those skills to do accurate surveillance, and to do a timed rescue of a submerged drowning victim. Once the written and skills tests are passed, they are a certified lifeguard. Lifeguards must make sure they are applying all the skills they have learned to ensure the pool is safe. The skills lifeguards learn in training and experience are important and must be applied in many ways. As emphasized in this quote, the lifeguard experience proves to be a key and decisive factor in the proper performance of the lifeguard's function in detecting and assisting victims in pre-drowning and drowning situations. Now I'm going to list a couple examples of scenarios experienced lifeguards have experienced. So one example is where an experienced lifeguard will notice something is not right when they are surveying the pool. They notice that one of the areas that they were observing has suddenly become really quiet. This small observation will activate their response instinct to make sure everyone in that area is okay. Another example is when an off-rotation lifeguard hears a whistle blown. An experienced lifeguard will jump up and be prepared to assist the lifeguard responding to that emergency. So, in my speech, I have discussed the prerequisites required to start the lifeguard training. I've given an overview of the topics covered during that certification training, and have given some examples of what lifeguards do. Lifeguarding is an important profession that keeps swimming pools safe and fun to use. So in conclusion, I hope that the next time you go to a pool and hear a lifeguard blow a whistle and respond to that emergency, you will have a better understanding of all the professional training that went into developing a certified lifeguard that is capable of saving lives. Thank you.